Are you ready? We're about to board the duet and head straight to Atlantis. This is Towley, the legendary superhero of women and children, leading us into the unknown. Sayoma couldn't believe the incredible tale. He just wanted to leave, but opening the door, he was stunned. It was a giant ship sailing in the desert. Sister Ma told him this was the ghost ship, designed specifically for ferrying souls, but before reaching the destination, you have to pass a test. Before they could react, Sister Ma had her hands in there. She pulled out 2 heart-like crystal stones. She was about to weigh them with the scales of justice, though who really knows if hearts can assess once. If the scales even out, your souls can level up to heaven, but if not, oops, you might just get dragged off the ship by the ghost. Sayoma and his buddy panicked and debated whether to pull out the charm card to get Sister Ma to send them back to the living. Suddenly, Sister Ma noticed something was off with the hearts, leaving the scales wobbling. She couldn't help but give them a heads up. This ship holds all your memories. You need to find the hidden secrets before you reach the Underworld. Otherwise, your souls could face destruction. So, the duo stepped into a mental hospital and found each room held a piece of the... Suddenly, a boy's cry for help echoed from the next room, and Owai dashed in, revealing this was one of Sayoma's childhood memories. Sayoma and his brother ventured into a cave, but little did they know a flash flood would strike, leaving only Sayoma as the lone survivor. Since then, Mom blamed Sayoma for her son's death, often erupting a real tragedy. Over time, Sayoma developed a second personality, dreaming of a cozy family life. His alter ego, Awai. Years later, Mom ended her life under strain. Sayoma's heart shattered. He couldn't even face their mom's funeral and soon left his hometown behind. He headed to Egypt, becoming a mercenary, only to be ambushed on a mission, severely injured and hiding in a temple. At that moment, Moon God Khonsu chose him as earthly avatar. Sayoma is now Moonlight Knight. Awai was shocked by these memories. Suddenly, Sister Ma's voice called out, and they hurried back to the ship. Sister Ma told them the Underworld was near, but the scales remained imbalanced, and spirits grew restless. The undead quickly grouped together, and a brawl was about to erupt. Although Sayoma was tough, 1 against 4 was pushing. Awai gallantly rushed in to save Sayoma, only to be dragged down by the spirits. Sayoma yelled in panic. He could only watch as Awai turned to stone. Sayoma begged Sister Ma to stop the ship, and miraculously, the scales... In an instant, he was teleported to heaven, while Old Bai successfully revived the goddess Emmet. Calamity was looming. A man smashed a crystal glass, then scattered leather and blood all over the place, and without a second thought, he stepped in barefoot. It was a sight that made you wince, while Old Bai seemed to tread on cotton candy, storming into the god's palace with his minions. He violently smashed a sealed stone statue onto the ground, and a terrifying monster emerged in an instant. The palm opens, revealing the goddess Ammit who devoured human souls in Egyptian legend. Old Bai and his men knelt, pledging loyalty after flattering. Crocodile's sister chose him as her avatar. Meanwhile, Lore sneaked in, finding the statue sealing the moon god Khonsu. She freed him using the same method, ready to stop Crocodile's sister from wreaking havoc on Earth. But the opponent was too strong. They were caught in a tough battle right from the start. Old Bai rushed to the top of the pyramid, chanting spells as his staff glowed red. Ammit's followers were summoned, starting to judge the crowds nearby. Their souls broke free, surging toward the pyramid. With each soul absorbed, the power grew stronger. Cairo was just the beginning, aiming to dominate the entire Earth. Meanwhile, Sayoma's soul had just reached heaven. Sister Ma urged him to stay forever, but he missed his buddies. Though the allure of heaven was strong, he couldn't see the point without his brothers by his side. Just as he spoke, his body began to dissolve, quickly turning to stone. Their hearts finally merged into one. At that moment, the door to the living world swung open, and they instantly returned to normal, hugging each other. The underworld desert surged like a tsunami behind them as they sprinted toward the door, with sand leopards hot on the In crisis, Sister Ma arrived, steering Ghost Ship into sand leopards. She bought precious time for their escape, and the 2 young men dashed through the door, soaring like eagles. Attention all viewers. Hide your comic books quickly. The notorious comic hero is back. You were once amazed by my beauty, even though I look plain now. As long as I step in, no one can match me. Just now, I saw Crocodile's sister start diluting human souls. Sayoma transformed as the Knight of Moonlight, racing to the scene. He immediately clashed with Oldby, and the two grappled mid-air, fighting for ages without a clear victor. Eventually, both fell to the ground, just as Khonsu appeared out of the blue. The opponent was quick to notice. Khonsu used the trick to dodge it and seized the opportunity to take down Crocodile's. He grabbed her by the neck with his staff. Seeing the dire situation, Crocodile's sister begged for mercy.